Hey guys, welcome to another RuneScape loot video. As always, a like, a comment, and a subscription are always appreciated, and it helps me out a lot with YouTube and encourages me to keep doing videos like this. So in today's video, I'll be covering the loot I got from 1000 Vindicta kills. In my previous loot videos from bosses, I have done a quick guide in them, but I will be not including one in this one, because there are plenty of Vindicta guides out there, and it's probably the easiest and most straightforward boss to do in God Wars Dungeon 2. And I will still show my preset and the gear I used. So, for my gear, I took Trimmed Masterwork and a Noxious Scythe perked with the perks that you can see on screen right now. These are by no means the best in slot perks, but if you have slightly worse perks or better perks, feel free to use those ones instead. For my ring slot, I took a Luck of the Dwarves and a Ring of Vigor. The Ring of Vigor for when I berserked at the start of every kill. If you're having trouble staying alive and you're dying a lot, bring a Ring of Death as well so you can lower your death costs. In my necklace slot, I took an Amulet of Souls, and in my glove slot, a Death Touch bracelet. For my aura, I pretty much exclusively use the Berserker aura, but if it's on cooldown and you don't want to refresh it, Brawler is a good option and it works fine as well. And if you're really struggling with food and surviving, Vampirism is a good option as well. Additionally, in my pocket slot, I took a Scrimshaw of Vampirism to pair with the Berserker aura, so I could out-heal the damage I was taking more easily. If you do not want to use the Vampirism Scrimshaw, take an Illuminated Godbook for the extra stats. And lastly, I took Armor Spikes to do additional damage over time to Vindicta during the fights. In my inventory, I take 2 Elder Overload Salves, but you should use whatever stat boosting potion is best for you. I take 4 Replenishment Potions, 7 Super Restores, 5 Rocktails or Sailfish, 2 Cerebros, a shield just in case I need any resonance at any time, and Vuln Bombs. The Spring Cleaner and Adrenaline Urn are entirely optional. I take them out of preference because I don't enjoy Adren stalling, and the Spring Cleaner saves me a couple of inventory spaces. Lastly, for my familiar, I take a Ripper Demon with about 200 scrolls, although generally it won't use more than 100 scrolls auto-casting on its own. Altogether, this nets an hourly cost of 5 mil, assuming an hourly repair cost of 1 mil. The main reason it's so high right now is that the Scrimshaw of Vampirisms are extremely expensive now, at 6 mil each. I personally bought the bulk of my Vampirism Scrimshaws that were used for this video at around 4 and 5 mil each. Whether adding 2 mil cost per hour for a more comfortable experience at the boss is worth it for you, it's entirely up to you to decide. So from the common drops, the price check is pretty good, but let's sell the loot in the Grand Exchange to see how much we actually got. Hey guys, so upon editing the video, I noticed a mistake I made where I accidentally sold all the diamonds that I had in my loot tab instead of the ones that were just from Vindicta. So the actual diamond amount is supposed to be 2,023. So for the price check I show, just the common drops, please subtract 8.5 mil from it to get the actual amount. So after selling it, we got almost 126.5 mil GP. Now onto selling the semi-rare drops. After selling these, we got 3.8 mil GP from them. And now what you've all been waiting for, selling the rare drops from Vindicta. So for 1000 kills, you should expect about 4 of each rare drop from Vindicta. But we got really lucky with 6 crests and 5 lances, both over the expected drop rates. The lances sold pretty much instantly for mid-price, but I had to wait a bit and put the crests in for a bit longer, and eventually these sold for slightly under 40 mil each. This makes the total sale value of the rare drops 477 mil. So given an average kill rate of 40 an hour, we made a total revenue of 595.5 mil GP. Making the hourly revenue 23.8 mil GP an hour, with an estimated hourly cost of 5.25 mil GP an hour, and 25 hours of combat. That puts our total cost at 131.25 mil. And finally, the total profit would then be 464.25 million GP. We have an hourly profit then of 18.57 mil GP an hour. However, assuming your luck is average unlike mine, you could expect 126 mil less in profit, and thus a total profit of 338 mil and an hourly profit of 13.53 mil GP an hour. Thanks again for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more of these in the future, a like, a comment, and a subscription are always encouraging. And feel free to join the Discord that I've posted in the description. Although it is not centered around RuneScape, it's an easy way to get in contact with me if you want to make any suggestions or just if you want to chat.